come on in and welcome to my home. Today we're back out into the garage to talk about how you're going to store your stuff. Not just where, we've done that, and we know what we're going to store, but now the question becomes, how are we going to store it? There are a couple things to consider about this. First up, what you're going to put your stuff in. As you can see, I like to use clear plastic containers. They're water resistant and they actually let me see what's inside, so if I don't label so clearly, I can get some of an idea of what's inside of it. Secondly, I have to think about what I'm going to put in the container. Is it breakable? Is it non-breakable? Because if it's breakable, I want to wrap it with bubble wrap. Now, some people will wrap it in newspaper. I do not suggest this, simply because it is not as gentle with it, and also the newsprint can wear off onto certain things because I intermingle my stuff. Now, if I'm going to just be putting breakable items in something, yeah, I can use newspaper, just wrap it really carefully, or you can use other sorts of paper, but I generally like to use the bubble wrap. Then I consider also what's going to go into the box, as in if it's going to be really, really heavy, I'm going to put that on the bottom of my storage area. If it's going to be fairly light, it'll go up higher and higher and higher. But remember, you are going to have to move these containers, so don't overload it. If you overload it, it's just going to be way too heavy for you to do anything with. So we've decided what we're going to do, but now before we put anything in, make sure that everything that you put into your storage container is clean and dry. Yes, clean everything before you put it in there. A lot of people are saying,
well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to clean it when I take it out.
I do both. I clean it before I put it in the storage container, and I clean it after I take it out, simply because I can make sure that it's clean, but also I don't want to store things that could have, I don't know, stains on them, or might have something which I did not expect. So if it's a glassware or something like that, I will wash it thoroughly. If it is a fabric thing, I will have it cleaned or clean it myself, and then make sure that they are absolutely 100% dry before I put it in the container. Because mold, bacteria, dirt will all work on the fibers of everything, and the stains could set in. So please make sure that everything that you then store is absolutely dry and clean. Then just pack it away. I like to put, if I'm going to mix things up, I will put in a layer of the softer materials, say my material, then I'll put my bubble wrap items in there, and then I will work everything else around it. It's just like packing as if you were moving. That's the thing to remember. You want to pack these things as if you were moving, so that each box, each container makes sense. Label it. Now here's the cool thing about if I get lazy with my labels, because I have see-through containers, I can get sort of lazy with my labels and not have to worry about, is this label the right label, because I can see in there and just give more of a general idea of what's in it versus being really, really specific. So there are my tips on how to store things. This is really the how-to. Like I said, it's really important to make sure that the light stuff is up at the top and then the heavier stuff is on the ground. So that way you're also not stressing out your shelves and everything. And also, when you go to get something down, do you really want to be lifting 50 pounds over your head? Not really. You want to be making sure that you are nice and safe. If you have any ideas, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Leave it down in the leave it down in the comment part. If this is your first time here, remember to subscribe. Every Wednesday, it's tips for you in your home, and I love sharing these tips. I love giving you ideas. I know in the next coming weeks, you're going to get to see some of the behind-the-scenes sort of stuff that I do here, and you're also going to get to see more about how I organize my life in my kitchen and that sort of stuff. Don't forget to check out my latest videos, which will show you all the cool things that I've been up to, and I hope I get to see you again next time.